Hey team, huddle up. Let's do another virtual open house. You're gonna love this one. I'm gonna flip this camera around and take you on a tour of this property here in just a second. But let me first tell you a little bit about 11493 Magnolia Bend Drive. It sits on 4.5 acres. And the front of this property is 1/2 acre that's on inside a POA, a Property Owners Association. It's not quite as restrictive typically as like the HOAs. And interestingly enough, it's a voluntary POA. So unless you're doing something really extreme, the POA, the Properties Owner Association, is probably not going to mess with you. But there are some deed restrictions on the front 1/2 acre of this property. There's an additional 3.5 acres in the back of the property, though, that has no restrictions. It's kind of a narrow property up front with the 1/2 acre, and then it opens up into a bigger area in the back with the 3.5 acres, and it has a super cool swimming little pond, not swimming pool, but pond in the back at the very back edge of the property. It needs a little work. It needs to be dredged and cleaned out, maybe underbrush, cleaned up the underbrush in that back 3.5 acres. But this is an absolute diamond in the rough, a jewel when somebody gets it and cleans up that backyard. There's a great tree back there. I probably won't take you all the way back because it's wooded. It's a little walk to the back. So for the time of the video, I'll shortcut it, but there's a beautiful tree in the back for tree house. So I'm gotten vibes of cleaning the underbrush, putting up a tree house, cleaning out that little pond, and having a great 3.5 acres in the back. Obviously, it has some commercial impact, though. If you've got some sort of a small business, you need to store trucks and mechanical equipment. That back at 3.5 acres has no restrictions, so it might be good for someone that's a small business owner. As far as the home itself, it's 1964, 1,964 square feet. I'll show you on the tour here in just a second, but it has 4 bedrooms with the possibility of a 5th bedroom. So it's 4 bedrooms with an office, 2 bedrooms upstairs. The property has been on the market for quite some time, but the big drawback, I think, was we maybe started a little high on price, and now we've done some price reductions. It's now down to $419,000 and getting quite a few showings. So I feel like it's a property that will end up selling here pretty shortly. It is in the Conroe area. It is zoned to Conroe High School, Wilkinson Elementary, and Stockton Junior High and Bozeman Intermediate. So Conroe ISD is pretty well thought of as being a very good district. So that's another positive that goes along with this property. So without any further ado, let me flip the camera around, and I'm going to kind of take you on a virtual tour and let you see what it looks like on the inside. So again, we're at 11493 Magnolia Bend. Here's a good look down the street, across the road from you at what you've got. It's really a pretty quiet area out here. They're not behaving for me right now, but earlier I heard the chickens crowing, roosters crowing, the chickens clucking, I guess. But this is a beautiful little farmhouse property that, as I mentioned earlier, sits on 4.5 acres, just under 2,000 square feet. Again, the Property Owners Association has very light deed restrictions, so it's a great place to bring horses, great place to have chickens. It's really just kind of a little farmhouse for put your stamp on it. I love the metal roof on this house. It gives it that true farmhouse look with the cedar beams in the front. Got the great little patio and a huge porch that runs the entire length of the front of the house here. So when you come in, you open into the living room, and all throughout the house, they have installed double pane windows. So it's going to be very energy efficient. And along the lines of energy efficiency, they will very soon, next week to 10 days, will be dropping a new air conditioning unit in. They were having a little problems with the current air conditioning unit, so there's going to be a brand new air conditioning unit. Really love the farm door on what they currently have set up as an office right here, right off the front door. But apparently may have been a bedroom at one time. And so you could easily convert this little nook back into a closet to add a 5th bedroom to this home. I'll pass through the hallway and bring you to the other bedroom second, or the first, I guess, bedroom downstairs. First of 4. Closet space in all of these rooms is tremendous. Huge closets. In the back right portion of the home here is the master suite. Nice sized bedroom with really big closets, 2 closets, his and hers, both walk-in closets. And then of course, it has a private bath. Single vanity and shower with no tub. So I'll bring you back out of the master bedroom for the other bedroom downstairs. This hall bath services it. It's a very large bathroom with single vanity and tub shower combo. Coming back out the hallway, back into the living room out of the hallway, and you hit your kitchen area. Got nice, looks like cedar beam, maybe oak, the wood beam look in the kitchen. This island is a temporary island. It's not permanently attached, so you could remove that, bring your own island. Got some neat amenities. It's got a nice little in the wall spice rack here in the kitchen. Got the farmhouse sink. All appliances are electric in here, but it does have propane tank, so it wouldn't be that hard to switch over to a gas stove. And it has a tankless water heater that I'll show you here in the washroom in just a second. But as we come back out of the kitchen, kind of here's our little nook area for maybe a little butler station here. Could make a cute little butler station there. And then your dining area here. Your door out the back. But here's the washroom behind the kitchen. And again, it has the tankless water heater, which appears to be electric right now, but I'm sure you could convert that to gas, convert your stove back over to gas, and use the propane tank that sits on the property. So it appears that all appliances are here, the washer, dryer, fridge. I'm assuming those things are either staying or negotiable. Has a covered porch on the back with maybe not a Ring doorbell, but some sort of a security system. Nice size patio, additional patio in the back. And then off to the side here, of course, you're out here in the country, so you'll have your own septic system, your aerobic septic system. Looks like the previous owners were into doing a little gardening. So you've got some little garden beds that are ready to go and get worked up and ready for growing season. Neat thing about this little garage that sits right off of the back, may not be able to see it from this angle back through there, but there is a AC unit that is connected to this. So this would be a very easy conversion into a she shed or a man cave. Ton of potential here. If you're a business owner, maybe you want to have an office separate out of the home. This could be an easy conversion into a really nice little exterior building. And then, as I mentioned, it has a central AC unit outside it. Your well house sits right behind the office here. And then there's a bonus structure here that looks like they got started building a little barn. So whether it's an animal barn or maybe a garage or equipment, but it does need some work. If you focus on the backside, some of the structure is kind of falling down a little bit here. I'm sure you could bring a tack welder in, get this thing back up and running in no time. I won't take you all the way to the back just for the sake of time, and kind of underbrushed pretty tough. But again, you could come in, clean out all this underbrush, and really have a beautiful piece of property, particularly with the idea that there's a tremendous pond in the back. And so this road here will take you all the way to the back of the property. And it's a pretty walk with lots of really tall trees, some pretty pines, but also some pretty oaks. I think I saw a pretty oak not too far down on the right that would make a great tree house. So again, some highlights on this property: no HOA restrictions, no deed restrictions at all on the back half of this 3.5 acres. So it's a ton of potential for somebody that's a business owner. If you'd like to know more about this property, or you'd like to visit with me, or come see a live showing, in-person showing, DM me and let me see if I can help hook you up, and we'll come check this thing out. Thanks for looking.